Hi, everybody. Matt Bernier, joined by Dan Illman, taking a look at a Preakness new shooter. Sporting Chance going out for the coach, Wayne Lucas. Lucas has had a very storied history in the Preakness Stakes, and he comes in here with Sporting Chance. We're going to go 2 starts back for Sporting Chance. Take a look at the stretch run of the Bluegrass at Keeneland. And Dan, this is Sporting Chance. He occasionally gets a little bit nutty, and you're going to see he almost cleans out Free Drop Billy here. What can we expect at Pimlico on Saturday?
You hope you don't expect this, especially if you're the connections of a horse that might be right next to this horse. If he runs second in this race, he has enough points to qualify for the Derby, and he's in. He drifts in, now he drifts out. He takes out Free Drop Billy. This is the same nonsense that Sporting Chance pulled in the Hopeful Stakes last year at Saratoga, and it almost cost him the win, and it preceded a very, very long layoff. This horse obviously has ability. He's a Grade 1 stakes winner. In the Bluegrass, before his nutty antics and behavior in mid-stretch, he was running. And last time out, if you're a trip handicapper, you watch the Pat Day Mile, a race that was basically dominated by horses racing on the inside throughout, and you watch Sporting Chance's trip, where he is checked hard on the backstretch, forced to go extremely wide, turning into the lane and making up ground, and you know there is something here. I'm just not sure it's against Justify going 1 mile and 3/16. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe he's a one-turn late running type.
So here's my concern with a horse like this. I was nervous going into the Pat Day Mile that he hadn't taken a step forward from his 2-year-old year to his 3-year-old year. And then again, the distance. I feel like one turn is probably a little bit better suited for him. Where do you stand on, one, the ability of moving forward from 2 to 3, and also the distance?
I guess you could say his Bluegrass, from a number speed figure standpoint, was a move forward from 2 to 3, and it was flattered when Good Magic came back to run second in the Kentucky Derby. And then in the Pat Day Mile, while we did see a regression from a buyer standpoint, it could simply have been, again, the trip, a lack of real pace up front, and the fact that he was competing over a wet track, which I think he is not at his best over. But I'm with you in the fact that I think Sporting Chance is probably at his best at distances up to 1 mile and 1/16. We get to 1 mile and 1/8, he might get a little tired and drifty, and he can't afford to do that against the likes of Justify.
Wayne Lucas has had a ton of success in a race like this. Most recently, he won the Preakness with Oxbow a number of years back. We'll find out if we can add to that legacy for the coach with Sporting Chance in the Preakness.